Welcome to the Accomplished Brain Podcast, where we share our passion, knowledge, and experience about the brain and health.
Just to be clear, when we talk about the ear canals, and you talk about the vestibular nerve, that's giving information back to the brainstem, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the brainstem is basically, so where the vestibular system sits is in the brainstem. So basically, the vestibular system is part of the three systems,
right?
That the brainstem is coming back and getting all this information. One of the areas it gets information from its own area itself is the brainstem, and then that brainstem makes a computation, sends it to the cortex, and the cortex now will fire the muscles that you need to be upright and balanced.
Right.
Okay. So again, that computation is going to be distorted by how well those three systems are sending information to the brainstem itself. Okay.
Right.
So what do? We could do, and I'll show you here in the course here. One of the tests we commonly do is to look at someone's balance. We run this all the time. Okay. Is what we call a Romberg test, right? So we do a Romberg test. And what we're doing with the Romberg test is ultimately people are putting their feet together, right? They're putting their hands at their sides, and then they're closing their eyes. And they're seeing a couple things. One, yes, so we are taking vision out, because one of the things we want to do is really, really look at the vestibular system. And that's because it's such a huge system. And the vestibular system sits into the pons, which is in the lower middle the middle of the brainstem. And basically, that system is a very, very powerful system. So we want to see, when we put people, we have them stand up, we put their feet together, their hands at their sides, and then we're closing their eyes. So yes, we are taking out the visual system. We're also, in a very narrow stance, kind of taking out the muscle system, right? And then we're really focusing in a lot on the vestibular system, because one, that's where the information is being processed, but also it's an area where the brainstem is also getting lots of information, because that's where the vestibular system sits. So what we're looking at, one, when they put their feet together, hands at their sides, and they close their eyes, we're looking at, one, where's their sway? Do they sway forward or back? It's the first thing. The second thing is, are they swaying more to one? What's their first direction that they sway? Is it left or right? Okay. The third thing is how big the sway is. Okay. So three things you're looking at. So you're looking at the balance test. You have a client, or client they could do it their own self-test, or they could do it with a family member. Stand up, they put their feet together, right? They close their hands are at the sides, they close their eyes, right? And once they close their eyes, okay, you're looking at a couple things. You're looking at their direction of where they're going to sway. So are they going to sway forward or back? And then are they going to sway left or right? And then how big is the sway? So commonly when I've seen and just experience, when the brain starts to demise, okay, the first thing that I see is that they're usually going to sway. Their sway is going to be more posterior. They're going to sway back. So the brain thinks they're falling backwards. So usually in that case, their eyes are very dominant down, because here's horizon. If I'm falling back and I need to see horizon, my eyes need to be dominant down.